We're rolling.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. It's where we blend spirituality and practicality to help you live a life of purpose and joy. Momentous historic day here in the world, especially here in America, because we have a new pope. He's an American, Pope Leo XIV. He was born and raised in Chicago and worked a lot in Peru and has been in Italy at the Vatican for the last several years. And I loved his message because it was all about love and respect and working together as a community, as a global community. And that's the thing that I hear from Spirit all the time, every time I talk to him. And I talk to him every day with clients and on my own. And that's the one thing that comes through is it's all about love at the end of the day. So I really enjoyed hearing his message. Congratulations to him. I hope you join me in those congratulations. And whether you're Catholic or not is irrelevant. He's a world leader, he's a religious world leader. Let's send him lots of prayers and love as he embarks on this journey as Pope Leo XIV. Very exciting. We have a whole bunch of guests that are waiting to get on. If you want to talk to me and have a conversation, join us at askjulieryanshow.com. And if you're coming in on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. We've got Samantha on the YouTube side of the equation. We've got Chris running everything. So, I never know who's calling. I never know what they're going to ask. I never know what Spirit's going to say. So it makes every Thursday night such a ball. I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. First, we have a graduate of my class, my Angelic Attendant Training class, Jocelin Sisto, with us. Jocelyn, are you close by? There
I'm
you are.
here.
Hi,
Hi,
girl.
how are you?
Welcome.
Thank,
I'm wonderful.
thank
She's in
you.
Chicago, where the new pope is from, and she was on a field trip with her fifth grade daughter, and they were visiting with a priest who's a friend of the new pope's. Correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's an Augustinian school, and the kids went to go visit the shrine there. It was St. Rita High School. And Father Tom gave us a wonderful tour of all the relics they have there, and then gave some lessons to the kids about the enclave and what it means. And then, said his connection because he was the former leader of the Augustinian um, order. I couldn't think of the word.
Order. The
And
pope
so he's
was.
the
The
one,
pope was.
the
Yeah,
Pope, yes.
right.
And so he had put Father Tom in his position as principal of St. Rita. And so he said, we've never had an Augustinian and this would be amazing. And he's in the running. And so we were there with him when the white smoke came up. Someone came in the room and said, the smoke's going, it's white, it's white. And so she was so excited and he stopped what he was doing and he's like, oh, this is it. We're gonna find out. And like, wouldn't it be great if it was him? And so while the kids were eating lunch, it got announced and he heard the name in Latin he's like, it's him. I heard him say his name. And then his phone started blowing up. So it was so cool. And just the excitement there. And the kids in the school were all clapping and cheering. It was so fun.
Yeah, I have goosebumps just hearing about it. What a historic, um, icing on the cake for you to be there with his dear friend, and didn't he show you an email that he had just gotten from the new pope on Saturday before they went into the conclave
Yes, he
a
shared
couple of
with us
days
that
ago?
he's like, I
Yeah.
sent him good luck, and I'll be praying for you. And he's like, here's what he sent back. I'm like, can I take a picture of that? Because that's so cool. So I have a picture of his communication with the now Pope.
There you
So very
go.
exciting.
Very fun. All right. Why did you wanna take angelic attendant training? And what really was the catalyst that made you decide to enroll in the class?
Well, I was pretty much led to you. I had some health issues that were pretty um, severe and that led me down the path of looking for answers. And when I found you and I did a session with you, it was like, oh, I need to do more of this. It was like all these light bulbs in my head were going off. Like, this is a path to healing, is how I approached it. And I took the course it was probably 6 or 7 months after we had our first session. It was in January.
Of what
And
year? Do
it
you remember?
2022 or 2021. I don't remember. Maybe
Okay,
21. I can't
okay.
remember exactly. Maybe 22. I'd have to go back and look. Um, and so that session came, it was amazing because my dad was actually transitioning through that and it helped me so much, and the timing of it was all orchestrated so well. And I think we were talking about maybe I was going to do the October class, and then when we finally decided on where I was going to end up, it was in the January, and it was the beginning of me learning to trust more and to help discern these little messages. So it was truly an amazing experience. It's changed so much in every aspect of my life.
And you're a professor of physician's assistants. You are a physician's assistant yourself. You've been in the medical industry for a long time, and you teach kids and students how to become physician assistants. Do you use this in addition to your everyday life? Do you use it in the work that you do in the medical industry?
I do, and what I realized with AET or AAT, excuse me, was that I was using it all along and never realized it. So when I was seeing patients and there was something that was puzzling or it didn't fit, the textbook definition of what should be, I would get something that would pop into my head and I would think, okay, maybe we should check this. And then invariably I caught some blood clots, I caught some rare things like because I followed that. And I had a surgeon that I worked with. It was a great mentor and teacher. And he always said, if you have a thought about something, just do the test and rule it out. And so when I took AAT, I think it was when one of the former grads came on and was sharing some information with us. It's when everything kind of clicked for me. Cause even during the class, I kind of struggled a little bit. Like, I'm like, okay, I got to see what Julie sees. I got to see this. I got to see that. And then all of a sudden, when your grad came on, I believe it was Don came on and spoke with us. All of a sudden, it was like, no, this is how. What have I been doing? Oh, wait, he's been doing that. I've been doing this and didn't realize it. Like all those little nudges that I would get, or those thoughts that would come in, and then everything gelled and clicked, and I went, I get it now. This is what I'm supposed to listen to. This is the divine guidance to help me either in my care of others, because for me medicine is a service, teaching is also a service, and how can I help our students be the best PA that they can be? How can I help them, if they're struggling or things like that? And so for me, going in prepared with, please God, give me the words I need that'll be the best for this information or for this person that I'm working with, or the student that I'm here with, or whatever they need for their healing. That has been something that I've now instituted in almost every interaction I have, whether it's with students at work or with patients or even in my personal life, trying to figure out stuff for the family or kids or what to do with this situation or that situation. So it's a wonderful life skill, I would say, more than a work
Mhm,
tool. It's more of a life skill.
mhm. And when you started receiving information in the way that you receive it, instead of comparing yourself to others, did you find that your skills ramped up during that time as well?
They did, but only because of the practice.
The
And I
practice, yeah.
think this is true for anything, whether it's surgery, whether it's energetic work. The more we do something, the more we refine it, the more we shape it, the easier things become for us. Like I would want a surgeon that does 100 breast reductions a year than one that only does two, right? Because just that repetition, you get more refined in that skill set, and that's what kind of levels you up. And with the practice sessions, I find that that is where, first of all, you get the validation from others. So if you're hesitant, not sure, how do I do this? You learn from other people what works for them. And then you kind of integrate and say, okay, that worked for them. Let me try that. Well, no, that didn't work, but now let me try this because now I'm getting guided to do that. And so you get these little refinements, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And doing that practice is really what helped with my discernment and also with hearing and the frequency of the messages too. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not getting some kind of nudge from spirit or some guidance in some way, shape, or form. And I'm so grateful for it. Like I'm just filled with so much love and gratitude for the whole process.
And we have 9 practice groups a week that are all free for life once somebody graduates from Angelic Attendant Training, also known as AAT for us. Have you found the community to be supportive for you?
The community is, I don't even know if I have the words to describe it. To have so many people together that are on the same journey, and we're all at different stages of our spiritual development. I kind of think of it like um, life skills development. Some people are babies, some people are riding a bike, other people are flying a plane, right? But to have this community and to have access to these wonderful people, they have become, so many have become dear friends, and just to be on this journey together, it is such a blessing. I could cry.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's really the differentiator of
Mhm.
taking a class and going to a seminar or something, and then really integrating what you learn into your abilities. Have your abilities changed since you took the class and started participating in the, graduate groups?
Definitely. I think when I first started, I would get what I call nudges. And I don't necessarily think I saw pictures in the beginning, but I would get a pull towards something or I would be drawn to some aspect. Now I will get images, I will get words, I will get feelings. I kind of started getting the whole smorgasbord. So I feel like those other images came in, to use
Yeah.
your word.
Yeah. I say buffet of psychicness, but smorgasbord works great too. And we're doing the next Angelic Attendant Training, everybody, in a couple of weeks, May 17th and 18th. And it's going to be online. It's live. It's a Saturday and Sunday. You will be able to do everything that I do. And then your skills are really going to ramp up with the practice groups. And the practice groups are key. We have 9 of them a week. They're free for life. And when you go on as a newbie, you got all these veterans who were where you were that are now gonna be welcoming and help you, and all of your skills are gonna come in. It's just a matter of using them. Also, I wanted you all to meet Jocelyn because she is working with clients now, and if you wanna schedule an appointment with her, just go to askjulieryan.com, book an appointment, and she's one of our 5 graduates who has gotten so good at all this stuff that I do, all the woo-woo stuff, that she sees clients, and you can usually get in within a week or less, and you even do some appointments on weekends, correct?
Yes, I have Saturday mornings available.
Saturday mornings, and she you can get in to see her way sooner than you can get in to see me, and she's way less expensive, way more affordable, and I know you're really telling me that you're enjoying talking with clients.
It's amazing. It's truly, it's magical. I don't know if I have another word for it, because just to be able to receive that information and share it with someone in a way that resonates so deeply with them, it's truly a gift.
Well, and you've developed it. It's a muscle that you've
Mhm.
developed, and you do the whole buffet of psychicness. You can talk to deceased loved ones, you can scan pets, you scan people, you can do past life stuff, you can tell how close to death somebody is, all of those things. So, if you're thinking about doing an appointment, schedule with Jocelyn. Just go to askjulieryan.com, click on the make an appointment, and you'll see her beautiful picture there, and you just click on it, and then, you'll get her calendar. So, thank you for taking the time to join us this evening. She's on her way to her daughter's softball game. So, I hope they win, and, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Sending you
Thank you.
tons of love. Mwah.
Thank you so much. Good to see you and be
Okay.
on with you. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks, Jocelyn.
Bye-bye.
I'm introducing these different graduates who are doing appointments, you guys. They're all amazing. And the reason why I'm doing that is there are only so many hours in the day. And we have so many requests and people that have questions and want help that that's why I decided to bring in 5 graduates who are doing client appointments, and you can usually get in to see them within a week or less, and a lot of them are doing appointments on the weekends too, if that's easier for you. Okay, let's go to the phones. Chris, who you got for us? We've got Kate. Kate from Houston. Hi, Kate. Would you please scan my mom, Kathy, age 80? Chronic back pain started with a paralyzing pilonial cyst in her sacrum at age 21. Wow. 2 surgeries, pain ever since. Goodness, from 21 to 80. Well, that's crazy. Okay, so Kate, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook into you, and then I'm gonna ask your mom's permission if I can scan her. How this works for those of you that are joining us for the first time is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit. I'm gonna watch a laser beam come from my body, and it's gonna hook into Kate, and then I'm gonna watch a laser beam go from Kate over to her mom. Then I'm gonna ask her mom's permission if I can scan her. If she says, "Yes, I will." If she says, "No, I won't," because I think it's unethical to do that, to scan somebody without their permission. But we can always get information because we can talk to her spirit. So here we go, Kate. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading west to you in Houston. And got you. All right, got your mom. Okay, Kathy, I'm talking to your baby girl. She goes, "Yeah, yeah, it's fine." Good job setting that up. Okay, so I'm shooting energy. I have a hologram of her in my mind's eye. I'm shooting energy from her feet up through the top of her head. She's got a bunch of scar tissue in her back, and I believe what's happening is it's limiting her mobility. Scar tissue looks like Kate, looks like a fibrous spider web, if you can imagine that. And so I'm watching that get cut out. This is the healing part. I'm watching that scar tissue get cut out. What it does is it restricts movement. And the back is supposed to move. The skeleton's supposed to move, all those discs and everything. They're like shock absorbers because they're supposed to move like a car moves. And so that's what I'm watching happen. And it reminds me of when a basketball team wins a championship game, they're cutting the net off of the rim of the basketball hoop. That's what it reminds me of. All right, putting stem cell energy in there. She's got some mangled discs too, Kate. What I'm watching these little spacers, like imagine a tile mason would use to lay tile, propping up the vertebrae. She's got 2 on her left side in particular. They look mangled. They look they look like a dog chewed on them or something. So, I'm watching stem cell energy get put on them. Light amber colored gel, sparkles, reminds me of Dippity Doo. It's woo-woo, you gotta have sparkles. And then I'm watching this little netting get placed from the upper to the lower vertebrae, and that's going to keep those discs in place. The stem cell energy is going to be regenerating the disc material. There's a vortex spinning outside of those 2 discs, and that's going to help her regenerate those discs. By putting them in there, what's happened is it's brought her back up so that she's straight and she's not leaning and causing more compression on the discs. So I hope that helps. I'd love to either have you schedule an appointment with me or with one of my graduates and really do a deep dive on her. We'll do the full Monty healing on her and her whole back. So I hope that helps in this short run. Thanks for your question. If you want to have a conversation with me, we're at AskJulieRyanShow.com. If you're coming in and joining us on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Just put your first name and where you're located in the chat with your question. And Miss Samantha's over there helping people with their questions too. So we got you covered on all fronts here. Okay, Chris, who's next? Hi, Stephanie. Hi,
Hi,
Stephanie.
Julie. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm great. How are you doing?
Just fine. Just
Terrific.
fine.
Please
Starting to go art.
tell everybody where you are.
I'm in Westchester, Pennsylvania, west of
Okay.
Philadelphia
Terrific. You
suburb.
you got a question for me?
Yes. I have many broken bones and injuries, and one of them is my right occipital. It
Okay.
has a hairline fracture from 2009 when I was thrown across the room when my defibrillator went off. My internal
Good
defibrillator
heavens.
went. Good heavens!
Wow.
I didn't know.
Wow.
I was totally unconscious. My
Oh my
heart
goodness.
started to beat on its own, and when it did that, it threw the whole rhythm that the pacemaker and defibrillator were doing. This is early in my heart, um, operations
Adventure.
and everything. Yeah, my heart adventure,
Adventure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I would like to know, and I had a concussion from that. I don't know
Jeez.
really know how long I was unconscious, and then I came to. No, I
Mhm.
have no idea what happened. Um, and so my question is that, there are reports that possibly concussions can cause dementia and that kind of thing, and I'm wondering if I can get a whole lot of stem cell therapy in my brain
Yeah, absolutely. But
to
but
counteract that.
your fracture healed since
Oh, yeah.
2019. Yeah, yeah.
There's still
Okay.
I still have constant pain back there.
Mm, goodness.
It's always painful. I also in 2000, I was hit and run at 40 miles an hour,
Oh, good
and
heavens.
that
You're a
was in
miracle.
2000. I how I'm still here, I don't know.
Oh,
When that
wow.
happened, I got thrown against the seatbelt, and my whole head and neck, like, wrap just flew around, and I had screaming headache all on this side of the head for
Mhm.
about a year, but I still have pain down in the bottom.
Okay. All
So,
right. I'm already
I'm gonna get
connected
some
into
pictures though.
you, Stephanie. And what I'm watching is I'm watching a grid, kind of like imagine a tomato cage, a metal tomato
Mm,
cage, that you'd put
mhm,
around a tomato plant so it'll hold up the limbs. And it's made with these really hair thin blue lines, and they're generating a structure around your neck to give support to your neck. It's not going all the way around your neck, but it's going across the back of your neck. Kind of like, those pillows that you'll see people have when they
yeah, go
travel and
around.
they put it just around their
Yeah,
neck when they're on the plane. That's what it looks like.
mhm,
And so these hair thin blue lines are creating a grid that's going in, and it's just assimilating into your neck. That's gonna help a lot to help support your neck. That's number 1. So we're gonna go up into your brain now. Let's look and see about you're right about the scar tissue in the brain. Brain matter looks like thick cooked oatmeal to me, and it has the consistency
mm,
of soft butter. All right. You know my analogies are hilarious, but that is
yeah,
honest to God how they come in from spirit. And they're designed to give us a human frame of reference for this energy healing that we're doing. So I want you to envision that your brain's like oatmeal, like really thick, that Irish oatmeal, thick Irish oatmeal. And the scar tissue that's in there, and you do have quite a bit, comes from not even hitting your head. Whenever we have an impact of something, the brain is not secured inside the bony skull. So it slams up against the inside of the skull and then it kicks back.
mhm,
So, what scar tissue looks like inside the brain is chicken cartilage inside a chicken breast with the bone in. That white flexible stuff that you'll see
mhm,
inside a chicken breast? So imagine I'm scooping it out. You have quite a bit of it. So I'm scooping it out and it leaves a divot in the brain matter, that oatmeal. So imagine you're eating a bowl of oatmeal, you take a big spoonful, it's gonna leave a divot in the cereal itself. So here comes stem cell energy, my favorite thing. Light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it, reminds me of Dippity Doo hair gel. If those of you listening don't know what the heck I'm talking about, look it up. You can still
I
get it on
remember.
Amazon. You remember it. I know. Those of us of a certain period of time, right? We remember it. And so there are vortices that are spinning above each area that's being regenerated. We're probably going to increase your IQ because you're going to have all this new brain matter in your head.
Great.
The reason why I remove scar tissue when I see it in the brain, and you're very wise to ask about it, is because it can occlude neural pathways in the brain.
Mm,
And if I'm working with somebody that has dementia, their brains are full of scar tissue. and we remove it, and then those neural pathways can light back up and they can work properly. They look like
Plasticity.
That's right. They look like little, and we lay new neural pathways all the time for new things. Like Jocelyn was saying, when you practice doing this energy healing or talking to deceased loved ones or whatever, what's happening is we're laying new pathways to allow us to do it with ease. We don't even have to think about it.
Mm,
And so these neural pathways, Stephanie, look like laser beams as part of a security system, like in a museum or a home or an office. Did you see Ocean's 11, the
mhm.
movie, where they're robbing something out of a museum and they're stepping over the laser beams and rolling under them and all of that? That's what they look like. And so yours are now lit up. The scar tissue is removed from your brain. The all the neural pathways are lit up, and they look great. So that healing's happened on the energetic level. It's going to integrate
Mm.
into your body. How it integrates is up to you. It's all determined by the person's spirit. It can integrate instantly, take days, weeks, months, need complementary care. I'm hearing in my head as a divine download for you to use a lot of omega 3s to help your brain heal. So get the purified fish oil, get it burpless and purified. And what I'm hearing is about 3,000 milligrams a day. You want to take that. And that's going to help your brain heal.
So currently you don't see any dementia or anything like that?
Nope. No, we
Correct.
removed all the
Okay,
scar
great.
tissue. Yeah.
Great,
So
great,
I hope
great.
that helps.
And
Thanks so
and
much.
also
I'm going to need
also
to
I
run
just
to
wanted
my
to ask,
next person.
I was just gonna ask, when the healing is done on the etheric level, I'm sorry, the energetic level,
Yeah.
do you have to consciously call it in to the physical, or
That's what you're
your
doing when you're
intelligence just does that?
that's what you're doing when you're picturing it.
Okay,
It's integrating into
okay.
your body. That's why I get those
Thank you.
hilarious visuals is when you picture what I'm describing, your body's gonna follow what your brain's telling it. So it's
Good.
effortless. And you need to help it on the physical side. What I got from spirit was for you to use, fish oil to help you with that. So I
Thank
hope
you.
you feel better. You
Thank you.
bet.
I do
Thanks,
too.
Stephanie. Okay,
Thank you.
bye. AskJulieRyanShow.com. If you got a question for me and you want to have a conversation, and we're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. So you can get us either place. If you're coming in on the live stream, put your first name, where you're located, and your question, and then we will answer that. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on all the networks, and subscribe on YouTube. And when you subscribe and you leave a review, leave a comment about the show, you are automatically entered into a drawing for a free session with me valued at $750 and a free class valued at $300. And I give one of those away every month. So you're automatically enrolled in the drawing when you do that. So remember to subscribe and leave a comment. And also, we take comments off of Amazon for any one of the books, any one of my 7 books. You can leave a comment there too, and we choose winners from there as well. So, okay, Chris, who's up next? Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
How are you, my girl?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Super
Terrific.
happy to be
Where are you?
I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, you look like a beach girl. You look tan and
Oh, I
blonde.
just had a little bit of a holiday in Mexico not too long ago, so I'm a little bit
Oh, yeah, you look
lucky.
great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Got a question for me?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you can zoom in and maybe have a look at my let me just think, left hand. My Achilles tendon is really swollen and it's sort of morphing into a heel pain. Sometimes
Hmm.
I can hardly walk. My chiropractor thinks maybe it's coming from my pelvis being out, but also I've noticed my ankle has been swollen lately. So I'm trying some lymph node, like tapping stuff to try and get my lymph system going. But I don't know what's up with my Achilles. I can't, it's been hurting me since about September. I've
Oh,
had lots of
goodness.
needles and everything, but something's not getting fixed.
Did you get a new pair of shoes back in September, like a new pair of tennis shoes or other shoes that you've been wearing a lot?
Not that I know. I change my shoes a lot. I have a bit of a shoe problem.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm hearing before I even get you on
Oh,
my
really?
radar.
Shoes?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just shoes and tennis shoes in particular.
okay.
So that there's something going on with your tennis shoes. But let me get you on my radar and let's see what's
All right.
going on. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you in Vancouver. Got you. It's gone to your left leg. That's the one that's hurting.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of inflammation. Inflammation looks like red fog on body parts, Karen. So we're getting it calmed down. We, spirit working through me and with me to help you heal yourself, remember. So there's a royal blue energy that gets put on inflamed body parts. Think of those refreezable ice packs,
Yeah.
that blue color, and it just calms it down. When you're in pain, envision that. Envision that there's that royal blue gel and it's really cold and it's coming
Okay.
down on the part that hurts, and your body's going to follow what your brain's telling it. Even if your brain doesn't believe it to be true, if your brain's going, "Oh, this is nonsense. She's pretending." Your body doesn't know whether you're pretending or not.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So envision that. What I do think that you have an Achilles injury, and what I'm watching is I'm watching stem cell energy get put on it. Imagine when I see a tendon or a ligament or a muscle or something and it's been injured, it reminds me of a little girl with long hair and split ends. You know how
Oh,
you see the hair, and you see all these little wispy things
yeah.
off of the
That
hair?
makes sense.
That's that's what it looks like, and you notice I didn't say your hair, I said a little girl's hair. So, I'm watching stem cell energy get slathered on it, and there's a vortex spinning outside of the back of your leg, and that's gonna regenerate your Achilles. It's not it's not torn, but it's had some wear and tear on it, and I'm getting
Yeah.
it's from your tennis shoes.
Okay. I'm gonna check out all my shoes and
So check out your shoes and
keep
see if
some.
there's you may need shoes with some more padding in them.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm
All right.
getting to wear your tennis shoes in the short run, wear tennis shoes with padding in them, but wear them in the short run instead of all the cute shoes that you wore when you were on vacation that just
Yeah.
exacerbated the pain,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, without padding, all those cute sandals and stuff we wear in the
I
summertime,
do.
and then our feet are going, "What are you doing?" Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
All
find
right.
some sandals with padding in them,
Okay.
with a cushy sole on it. But in the meantime, I would find some tennis shoes that are gonna give you some support and a lot of padding. I hope that
Okay.
helps.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
joining
Thank
us. You
thank you.
bet.
Bye.
Bye, Karen. AskJulieRyanShow.com if you wanna have a conversation with me, and we're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. So, come join the fun. We'd love to have a question from you. It's always fun to see what the questions are. So, who's next? Who's the next lucky person? Karen. Hi, Karen. I love Karen. I know Karen. Karen, she's been on my show. Karen here from Ireland, she says, "Can you scan our dog Shelby? She was paralyzed in her back legs and has gotten stronger but still wobbly. Can you see what caused it and do a healing, please?" Absolutely. So, Karen, I'm assuming you're in Ireland instead of in Mexico, because I know you spent a lot of time in Mexico. Going in, connected to you, going from you to Shelby, got Shelby. It looks like she has a tumor that's causing her back legs to have problems. So imagine, and I'm getting it's malignant. So what I'm watching is I'm watching it get encapsulated. Imagine we're putting it in a plastic bag so that none of the cells will move, and we're removing it. When I see something that's malignant, Karen, it looks to me like reminds me of hot tar that's used when a road is being paved, when new asphalt is being laid. That's what this reminds me of, and that's what I'm seeing with Shelby. And so we're removing it, putting a little stem cell energy. It works on dogs and animals too. The stem cell energy is amazing. Little vortex spinning above her. I see her running. I think she's going to heal from this. Her spirit's in her body. She's not dying, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to scan her. And that's because the spirit's the power source for the body. When the spirit's out of somebody's body and attached onto the top of the head, even an animal, it's like I'm looking at an X-ray in a pitch black room without any electricity. So we've got that going on. So Shelby, let's talk to her for a minute. Shelby, do you want to have treatment for your tumor? She's saying yes. So you may want to check with her doctor and see what they come up with. Do you want to have surgery if it'll help? There's some guidance for you on that. So I hope that helps. But I do see her running. So I think whatever you decide to do with her, it's going to be very successful. Healing's already happened on the energetic level. It's going to integrate into her body. And hopefully that'll help along those lines. And hopefully by the time you get her to the vet, the malignancy is gone, and or so is the tumor. That would be fabulous. I love it when that happens, when she integrates it right away, which humans do all the time. All righty. Thanks, Karen. Sending you love. All righty. AskJulieRyanShow.com. We're on Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell, ring my chimes. There used to be a show called Laughing On, and there was a comedian named Flip Wilson. He'd say, ring my chimes, which was hysterical. All right, I'm dating myself. Who's next, Chris? Molly girl. Hi, Moll.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's great to
Terrific.
see you.
You too. I met Molly because she comes to my lives a lot of time, the fourth Tuesday of the month. You've come to a bunch of those. And so
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I met Miss Molly girl. Tell everybody where you are.
Yeah, the lives are always really fun. I am in Northern Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C.
Okay, are you keeping them all straight down there?
Oh, that's a huge job, but I'm doing my best.
Okay, good. What's your question for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, so I talked to you a few months ago about a career change that I want to make, and I wasn't ready to do it at the time to pull the trigger just because there were a few milestones I had to get past and just wait for the right time. But now I feel like I'm ready to move forward with this and change careers. A few circumstances have kind of changed with my plan, though. Part of my plan was to just work part-time for the job that I'm currently working at because I want to leave this career and do something different. I've had a lot of health issues over the years I've talked to you about, and I think that this career field which is very high stress, may have contributed to them. But I do like some parts of it. So you and I talked about maybe working just like part-time, like a few hours a week for them. But and I do need extra money, so it would be nice to keep doing a little bit of work for them. They've lost a lot of business in the last few months because they are a government contractor. So that has changed. When I talked to you in February, they were still really busy. And then my plan has been to go back to working in restaurants just like as a transition job while I figure out my long-term career. My sister has been telling me, because she works in restaurants and hotels, she's like, well, the restaurant market's not supposed to be like good this year and things are supposed to be changing. So now that I'm ready to pull the trigger on this, I just wanted to check in with you and see if you could ask Spirit if this plan to go back to working in restaurants full time and working at my, trying to work at my current job just part time, like as a contractor, if this is still in my best interest, if this is still a good plan for me for as a career move.
I'm hearing go full speed ahead. Where you live, there's lots and lots of people that go to lots and lots of restaurants, and there's always going to be people in restaurants in the DC area in Northern Virginia. So absolutely on that. As far as working part-time at your current job, try it and see how it goes. If it ends up being too stressful and too much for you, you'll be led to something else. but you're going to make way more money in way less hours working in a restaurant. And there are some fancy ones there. There are some that are kind of middle of the road and some lesser ones I'm getting go middle of the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with my health issues, is this still something I can do? I've healed a lot. I'm not completely better. So that's kind of part of my concern too, is like, is my health good enough to go back to a job where I'm on my feet all the time, don't have sick days like I do now?
I got yes, and then I heard, "Try it, you'll like it." Try it, you like it. So, yeah. I mean,
Hey,
if it
well, that's
doesn't work out,
awesome news.
you can always do something else. It's not like it's set in stone.
Right,
So, yeah,
right.
absolutely. You're
Yeah,
gonna know. You'll know, but I heard full speed ahead on both fronts. Don't wait,
awesome.
don't
Yeah.
press go, don't collect $200 in Monopoly, just full speed ahead. Go
Yeah,
for it. Yep.
I've had a lot of fear about making this transition, but I really, really want to because I know that what I'm doing right now is not good for me. It's so high stress. It's not been good. So
Yeah.
I know I need to do it and just
Well,
jump.
and when we're in fear, we overanalyze the daylights out of everything that we're being guided to do, number
Mhm.
1. And number 2, we don't have clarity. When that thought comes in first, it's that thought comes into your head if it feels neutral or good, which it did with you because you've been thinking about it for months now, go with it. Try it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you'll
Yeah.
find something else and trust that something else will come up, and it will.
Miss your most recent podcast with, I think his name is Amrit,
Mhm.
really resonated with me too on this
Good.
issue. So I
Wonderful.
listened to it about half of that. I'm excited to listen to the rest.
Terrific,
So
terrific. All right.
thank you,
Well, good luck
Julie.
with all of it. Okay.
Thank you so
Thanks, Paul.
much.
Thanks for
Great to
joining
see
us.
you.
You too. All righty. It's always fun when I see a familiar face. And as I mentioned, I do my Ask Julie Ryan Live on the 4th Tuesday of every month. And it's kind of like the show, but we do it for 2 hours. I normally get about 20 people's questions answered. And I give away a class and I give away trainings and a free session and other prizes. It's kind of like a big pajama party. It's really fun. So, yeah. So, anybody that's interested in that, you can join askjulieryan.com/live and come join us. It's a blast. All righty. Let's see who's next. Hi,
Hi,
Beth.
Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi,
Can you
girl.
hear us?
Yes,
Can you
yes,
hear
ladies.
us?
I can.
Do you
Yes.
remember us? Okay, we came to see you in Atlanta. Okay,
Yes,
we did.
absolutely.
And,
Please tell everybody where you're
yeah,
located.
in Byron, Georgia.
In Georgia. That's
Yep,
right. And
Byron, Georgia.
you came to my Angelic Attendant
Atlanta.
Training in Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
We're
right.
doing another
yes,
one
ma'am.
next
And
fall in
it was
October.
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna be there. Remember, I told you I would be.
Wonderful.
Anyway,
Terrific.
we got cut off. I was on the live Zoom 2 weeks ago, and you called my name and we got cut off, but I'm so happy that I got picked tonight. And I just wanted
Wonderful.
you to do a medical scan of me because I just had a few little issues come up lately, and I just want to know that everything's okay. And that's all I
Okay,
wanted.
pick one thing. Just on this show, we only have time for one thing. Schedule an appointment with me or one of my grads if you want to do a whole body scan, but just pick one thing.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, how about my lymph nodes in my areas? Or can you check those out for me?
Lymph nodes in your areas. Yeah.
In lymph node areas,
Oh, you're so
especially
funny.
under my right one,
Okay.
especially under my right arm. I was
Under your
trying not
right
to take up too much time. Yeah.
under your right arm or under your right breast?
Well, kind of that area right there.
Okay. All right.
Under the right arm.
Are you feeling like one of them's like they're swollen under there?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
kind of feeling like there's a little swollen piece. So
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It's not
okay.
malignant. You don't have a malignancy in there.
Okay.
It's just sequestered some kind of toxins. Lymph nodes look like little D3 vitamin capsules, and they can blow
Okay.
up to be big. And when they have toxins in them, they can look brown or black. And so what
Right.
I'm doing is I'm removing that. I'm watching it get
Okay.
removed. You've got one that's gotten pretty big. You have some other ones that are enlarged there. So we're
Right.
taking out a whole cluster of them. We're sprinkling
Okay.
stem cell energy in that area. There's a vortex spinning outside that's going to regenerate your lymph nodes.
Okay.
Have you been feeling punky? What's been going on?
I've been feeling great.
Okay.
It's just, but I'm gonna go get checked out, and I'm also gonna schedule an appointment with you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
do that.
that.
Let me do
Yeah.
it. Let's do a deep dive. Find out what's going on
Okay.
and see what's going
All
on.
right.
But, I don't see malignancy there. I don't see malignancy in that breast either. So let's just ask spirit,
Okay.
is there any
All right.
malignancy at all? I'm not seeing it. I don't think it's an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks you.
All right.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you
I
both.
appreciate you. Great to see you again, and I'll be seeing you soon. I promise you that.
Okay.
Be
All righty.
talking to you
Bye.
soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, girls. Oh, how fun.
Bye.
Yeah, they came to my training in Atlanta, and I do one online, the 17th and 18th Angelic Attendant Training. I do that online, here in May for the weekend, and then, I do a live one in Atlanta, and that's gonna be the 24th through the 26th of October, and that's a blast too when it's in person. And then I'm doing the shift medical intuition training too, so if you didn't get a chance to join that, you can sign up for that anytime, and everything's recorded and you can just take it at your own pace. And that's been really fun too. We have over 600 people in that class. It's been really a remarkable experience. So we got, we're going into week 5. So we've got 3 more classes of that, but all of the previous classes have been recorded. And so you can watch those at your leisure. All righty, Chris, who's next? Beatrix. Beatrix is calling herself Michelle. I am Michelle from Illinois. What are you, a Beatrix Potter fan or something? Uh, Peter Rabbit, can you please tell me about one of my past lives? Yeah. Oh, past lives are so much fun. So, how I do past lives is, of course, different from anybody else because I'm an entrepreneur and I just have to do it my way. I envision myself, Michelle, in this endless hallway, very narrow walls, very tall ceiling, like 40 feet up. And on the walls are these columns of 12-inch by 12-inch square mirrors, and they're lined up perfectly in vertical and horizontal columns. And each mirror represents a different lifetime. And so when we ask a question, which I'm just going to come up with one, unless you can write in the chat real fast what your question is you want me to ask about, I'll say, does Michelle have any past lives that ... And then the lifetimes that pertain to that question will come out from the wall as if they're on a hydraulic arm. And then I'll say, show me the one that pertains the most. That one will come out the farthest, and I'm going to envision walking into it, and we'll get information. So I'm just going to ask. I'm in the Michelle hallway. This is the Akashic Records, is what this is. But I'm in the Michelle Hall. Sounds very important, doesn't it? It is, of all of your lifetimes, and it goes like forever. The mirrors down far look like specks on the horizon to me, and then there are some I just can't see because they're too far away. The farther out they are, the farther away the year is from our human understanding. So I'm in the Michelle hallway. Show me the lifetime that pertains the most to what Michelle has happening in her life in this lifetime. All right. So there's one that came out from the wall because, I didn't say I didn't have a generalized question. So the one that pertains the most has come out. It's on the left. It's down a little ways. So I see myself jogging down the hallway. It's kind of in the middle. So I envision myself walking into this mirror. It's as if I'm walking into a movie scene. And I get that the year is 1739. Ah, you live in Omaha, Nebraska. Interesting. I don't even know if Nebraska was a state yet. Probably not, because America wasn't America yet. But you're living in Omaha, okay? And you're not a Native American. You're a white man. Your name is Johnny. You call yourself Johnny. All right. What do you do? You're a trapper. You're a trapper. You're like Daniel Boone. You got the coonskin cap on, and and you're trapping fox and stuff like that to sell to you. You are friends with the Native Americans. That's Sioux country down there where the Indians are, the Native American Indians, and you're a trapper and you barter and sell with them. How does that relate with what Michelle has going on in this life? I get that you're an adventurer, number one. I get that that you're a really good negotiator. You like to barter for things. And I get that when you're not doing some kind of an adventure, whether it involves travel or just something with your career or your family or something, you just get bored out of your mind, because that's a special skill, to be that much of an adventurer, to be kind of like a Daniel Boone. So Johnny, there you go. Johnny is what your name was in that lifetime. Thanks for such a great question. Past lives are so much fun because oftentimes we can get information that we can validate and corroborate with historic documentation online. I say, you can't make this stuff up. It's too much fun. So thanks, Michelle. All righty, Chris, who's next? Hi, Julia.
Hi.
How are you,
Hi.
girl?
So good to see you again.
Good to see you
I
too.
wanted,
Tell everybody where we met.
we met at the a medical intuitive
The shift
class
class.
through the shift class through the shift network. And
Yeah.
I actually signed on for that the day that it started. I just saw it and I'm sure I was led there. And so I just said, I'm going to do this. And then I started following and listening to your podcast because you recommended it. And then I said to myself, okay, Julia, if this is something, and I do my whole life believe you're going to do this, you're going to cobble together what you need and you're going to do that angelic training. So I've signed up for that too.
Fabulous, fabulous. So how I recognize you is in the shift class, as in all of the classes, we have a practice session, and your beautiful face showed up on the screen and you asked a question when we were doing class on Monday. So that's how I
Right.
recognize you. Yeah. Please tell
Yeah,
everybody
I'm
where you are
excited. I'm in Las Vegas,
in Las
beautiful
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Such beautiful weather here. We love the weather. My husband and I, we've just lived here for 4 years. So it's still new.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You got a question for me?
I do. And so I'm waiting for which one I should ask. It's either leaky gut or kidney stones, and I can't
Oh,
decide, but I have to pick
kidney
one. So
stones. Kidney
I'm,
stones.
I was gonna go with kidney stones.
That's what I'm getting to. I'm
One of
hearing
the,
kidney stones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in Vegas. Got you. All right. I have a hologram of you,
dude.
Julia, in my mind's eye. I'm looking at you from the back. I'm going in. Yeah, you got kidney stones. All right. So, have you ever seen a jackhammer that's digging up asphalt or cement? They'll put a plate on the bottom of it and they pound it to, to get it to release the asphalt or the cement or whatever they're doing. So that's what I'm watching happen. I'm watching this jackhammer like thing that's just pummeling the daylights out of those kidney stones right now. And have you had pain from them?
No, but 2 years ago I had an episode, and then I kept working with it, and then it didn't. It went away. The pain went away, and I stopped eating the things. But I do, take calcium and thing. I have a little regimen of things, and yeah. And then recently I started going, no pain, but I thought, this isn't. moving the way it should be. There seems to be an obstruction, but there's no pain. But I want to
Mhm.
be proactive
Mhm. Mhm.
before it gets to that point. And yeah, that's why I'm here. And I'm so grateful you've picked me. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that would be Chris. Thank Chris. So
Thank
I
Chris, you,
I I
Chris.
can it's coming down into the tubes, the ureters and stuff is what's
Mm.
happening. And so those are being pummeled as well. And so irrigating them out, you're just gonna urinate them out is what they're powder now, they're dust. It's not gonna be a problem. What I'm hearing is stay away from oxalates, spinach, kale, almonds, things with oxalates.
Almonds? Oh,
Almonds,
I
the
love
skin
almonds.
of the
Okay.
skin of almonds have lots of oxalates in them.
What about skinned almonds that don't have the
Mm,
skin? Still
they
a problem?
still yeah, I'd switch to pecans or,
I'm allergic
walnuts.
to pecans. I'm
Okay.
allergic slightly. Yeah. It
How
doesn't
about
matter. I'll
walnuts?
find something. Also,
Walnuts.
kind of, my tongue gets a little bumpy.
Okay, try
Walnuts,
organic
pecans.
ones. It may
Okay.
be that you're allergic to the chemicals sprayed on them. Yeah,
Okay. I will.
so try that. And, so I'm seeing that. I'm also getting for you to use the BEAM minerals, BEAM
Okay.
minerals,
I'm
and
so
and
glad. Yeah.
yeah, you just go to askjulieryan.com, go on the sponsors page, you'll see it. I think it's 20 or 25% off your order. They are just amazing to help our bodies stay healthy. My family and I have all been on them going on 2 years now. Oh my goodness, what a difference. Because the minerals are what's the basic building blocks for healthy cells. And most of us are running around with about 40% of the minerals that we need just because our soil's depleted. And so I'm hearing for you to do the BEAM minerals, BEAM minerals,
Have
and
it done.
askjulieryan.com, click on the sponsors page and you'll see that and you'll get 20% off. So there's that too. But yeah, you look good. You look good. You are
Thank you very
so welcome.
much.
I will see you Monday in the shift class, and I'll see you on the 17th and 18th in the AAT class. I'm so
And
thrilled.
I've been teaching this to my kids. I'm teaching, and some of them don't know Superwoman. So I say that I can do it pose to the younger kids. And then I also used identifying the learning skills with all my students, and I'm helping them. You need to listen when you want to learn something. You need to look more. You're going to be better with looking and learning. It's been so great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So she's speaking secret code, you guys, of the stuff that
Oh,
she's learning
sorry.
in my shift class. And no, it's fine. It's
I
fine. But
love your classes.
oh, thank you. I love having you in them. But the thing about my classes in particular is, yeah, we learn how to do woo woo, but it enhances your life in every area of your life.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And it's just a
And you're
matter of
transferring
engaging.
energy. You're
That's right.
transferring energy. That's the big component, and that is the big thing. I want people to understand about taking your classes is that I can
And you
already
can
tell.
feel it. Can you
Yeah.
feel it during the
Yes.
classes? Yeah. And plus they're just
Afterwards,
fun.
more.
Don't you think?
Afterwards,
They're
more.
just fun.
They're fun. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. And I'm allergic to homework, so, there's nothing to worry about, right? Okay. I'm so glad to see you, and I'll
Thank
see
you.
you on Monday, and then I'll see you on the
On
17th and
Monday.
18th.
Can't
Okay.
wait.
Thanks. Hope you
Bye.
feel better. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank
Chris,
you.
let's take one more person here. Hi, Rihanna. How are you, my
Hello.
girl? Hello.
Good. I'm also in your class. That's meeting.
Wonderful.
Currently.
In
Yeah.
my shift class?
Yes. Uh-huh.
In my medical intuition class. Good. I hope you're enjoying it.
I am very, very much. Yes.
Good, good. You look like a star lady. You look like you travel the galaxies with that background. For those of you that are listening and not watching, she's got like this star, stars in the heavens background that's beautiful.
I've danced in the stars. It's very nice.
Wonderful. You're gonna be dancing in the stars way more after you're done with all my class. So,
That's good.
anyways, where are you? Please tell everybody where you're located.
Sacramento, California.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yes, I do. I have a friend, Loretta, who is in Sebastopol, and her bones are disintegrating in her
Uh-uh.
body.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect into you, Rihanna, and then we're going to go from you to Loretta. And then so we're all going to work on her together. You know, everybody listening, pay attention to these descriptions because I want you to envision them too. Because everything, we're all going to be doing this together. We're all going to be sending healing energy together. And it doesn't matter, Rihanna, whether it's live, somebody's listening to it live, or whether somebody's listening to it 5 years from now. Time doesn't exist in the spirit world, so the healing still happens. And I've lost count of how many people tell me that I was listening to your show and somebody had something going on and I had going on, and I listened to the healing and I healed just from listening. That's how it works. Yeah. So here we go. You ready? Raise your vibrational level. You know how to do that from the class. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, and your laser beam from Sacramento. We're going to two-timer here. And going in, got Loretta. Loretta, may I scan you? I'm talking to Rihanna. She said, of course. Okay, good. So I'm looking at her from behind. Yeah, she's got osteoporosis. I can see the bones in when somebody has osteoporosis, Rihanna, what they look like to me is sea coral with holes in them. And osteopenia just looks like divots in the bone. So what we're doing is we're taking her skeleton out of her body, out of the top of her head. Imagine it's Halloween and we got one of those plastic skeletons. It's coming out the top of her head, and we're dipping it into a big vat of stem cell energy. Think of one of those dunking tanks at the fair, you know, where they got a coach on it. You throw the baseball and it dunks the coach. That's how big these things are, these dunking tanks. And I see people's skeletons go into. We put her into a tank of stem cell energy, light amber colored gel, sparkles, of course. Reminds me of Dippity Doo hair gel. Coming back out, it's going back into her body. And there are vortices spinning simultaneously above her head, beneath her feet, on either side of her, front and behind, all spinning concurrently. That's going to help regenerate the bone in her body. In the meantime, I was just talking about Beam Minerals, BEAM Minerals. You can go to beamminerals.com. Use Julie Ryan, all one word, at checkout. You get 20% off, or you can go on askjulieryan.com to my sponsors page and look for Beam Minerals, and that link is there too. I would suggest that she get on those right away because that's going to help her rebuild bone.
I did suggest that you take some calcium, cell salt, calcium phosphate. Do you get that's good for her? I get that
Yeah,
it is.
I think the Beam Minerals are going to be even better though, because when we want to generate calcium, it takes 10 to 12 different minerals to help us generate calcium in our bones. And so the Beam Minerals have everything, and they're liquid. They taste like water. They're so easy to take. They even come in capsule form. So I use the capsule form when I travel because I don't want to take any extra liquid because I always carry on my luggage. But I'm telling you, the Beam Minerals for anybody that wants to be healthy is that's just a basic thing. And especially if somebody's got osteoporosis. And men get osteoporosis too. It's not just women that get it. So the healing has happened on the energetic level. It's going to integrate into her body. She can help her body with that. The other thing, when you're on my sponsors page at askjulieryan.com, there's a product called Paleo Valley Bone Broth Protein from grass-fed bones. And that is going to help with the collagen. They've got it in 5 or 6 different flavors. I use it every day. I like the chocolate one. Don't have any sugar, don't have any junk in it. And I put it in with full fat Greek yogurt and mix it in there. It's like a chocolate mousse. It's amazing. And then I'll throw some pecans in there and it's like I'm eating dessert with no sugar, and it's really healthy for me. But that will help her a lot too. She can mix it with water and use it as a hot chocolate. It comes in a bunch of different flavors. It even comes in unflavored. And I think that will help her a lot too. And if you, again, go on my website, askjulieryan.com, on the sponsors page, she clicks that link, there's a discount. I forget how much it is. It's, I think, 15 or 20%. And so if I'm recommending something, we go to the company, we go, hey, we need a discount for my peeps. And so that's why I want you to use those links. So I hope that helps. You're so sweet to call in for her.
Oh, my goodness. Well, see, yeah, I just hear it just fall apart.
Oh,
So-
I'm so
So
sorry.
I'm just loving the class. Thank you so much. I feel
Oh,
like I'm coming back home. I started a long time ago on this journey and then left it, and then, so you're helping me come back. Thank you.
wonderful. My honor and delight to be doing this. So thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for calling in tonight.
You bet. I look forward to
Okay.
seeing you Monday.
I'll
All
see you
right.
Monday. All righty.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Okay,
Julie.
everybody. Fun episode as always. Just sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah! Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. I'll see you next Thursday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. And come with your questions because it's always a blast. Bye, everybody. To enhance your spiritual journey, click on one of the videos below and remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your family and friends.